Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we're going to talk about the 12-volt DEWALT XTREME series versus the 20-volt DEWALT Atomic series. Now both of these kits come with a drill and an impact driver. Here is the box of the 12-volt set. So feel free to pause your screen if you want to read any information off of this box. Right here is the specifications of the tools, and I'll be talking about this in this video today. This is DCK221F2. This is the 12-volt XTREME. Now here is a look at the 20-volt Atomic box. And then on the back here is some of those specifications. And this is DCK278C2. So the 20-volt Atomic and the 12-volt XTREME. Both of these kits come with a really nice bag. And the 20-volt bag is a little bit bigger than the 12-volt bag. I would say probably by maybe an inch and a half. It's a little bit bigger, just a hair. But let's go ahead and take a look at the 12-volt tools. We will open the bag. Now all these batteries on both of these tools, 12-volt and 20-volt, have been charged. So there's the impact driver. There is the drill. And the last thing that we get is a charger. Now if we look at the 20-volt tools, the bag is a little bit bigger, but these tools are a little bit larger, so it seems like the bag's a little tighter. It seems like the 12-volt bag has more room to fit your tools. So we pull out the drill. We have an impact driver as well. We also have a charger. On the 12-volt XTREME kit, we have a charger BCB112. This is a 2-amp charger, and it'll charge the 12 volts all the way up to the 20 volts. So this will charge all the batteries, 12 and 20. Now on the 20-volt kit, we get DCB107. This is a smaller charger, and it also is a little bit slower in its charging. It's 1.25 amps of output. It will also charge 12 volt all the way up to the 20 volts. So if you look at the form factor, you can see that the 20-volt tool charger is a little bit smaller. Now the difference of amperage output is 3/4 of an amp, which is pretty significant in my opinion. So if I have to give the edge in chargers, I'm definitely going to go with the DCB112. I think that's just a better charger, 2-amp output. Now I want to take a quick minute and talk about the batteries that are included with these tools. We'll start by looking at the 12-volt tools. You can see we have a 12-volt battery that operates at 2 amp hour. Now on this battery you can also see a fuel gauge. We can push that button and know what kind of charge we have left in the battery. So a 2 amp hour battery on the 12-volt line. If we look at the 20-volt line, we have an 1.5 amp hour battery and no fuel gauge, so there's no way of telling how much battery life we have left in that battery. Okay, let's take a minute and talk about these drills. We're going to start with the 12-volt drill. This is model DCD701. This drill has a 3/8" ratcheting chuck. It has a 2-speed transmission of low and high, so you got 425 RPMs on low, 1500 RPMs on high. You have 15 positions on your clutch. The length of the drill is 5.97 inches. That's 151.7 millimeters long. And the weight of the drill without the battery is 1.91 pounds or 0.87 kilograms. This drill has a unit watt output of 250 watts. Now, if we look at the 20 volt drill, this is model DCD708. This drill has a 1/2 inch ratcheting chuck. It has a low and a high speed transmission, just like the 12 volt, but in high we go to 1650 and in low we go to 450. So we get 25 RPMs faster in low range and 150 RPMs faster in high range. It also has a 15 position clutch, and the length of the drill is 6.3 inches or 160 millimeters. That's 0.4 inches longer. So not that much larger than the 12 volt. Not much, less than 1/2 an inch. Now the weight of this drill without the battery is 2.4 pounds or 1.09 kilograms. That's a difference of 1/2 of a pound. So it's 1/2 of a pound heavier than this smaller drill. Now, when we talk about the unit watt output, we get 340 unit watts of output on this drill. Now, I was able to find a conversion that puts that into inch pounds of torque, and that converts over to 575 inch pounds of torque. I was not able to find inch pounds of torque on the 12 volt line, but I know that there's a difference of 90 watt units difference between these two drills. Both of the drills have a nice LED light down in the bottom that works pretty good as far as putting light where you need it. When you go to the clutch and you go to the lowest setting on the clutch down to 1 and you pull the trigger, you have a very nice, very soft clutch on the 12 volt drill, but on the 20 volt drill, when you go down to 1, it's even softer. So my edge as far as clutch performance on the low end, I would have to give to the 20 volt drill. It just has a softer clutch. Now let's go ahead and listen to these drills. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them on full speed and let you hear them. So no problems there. Let's take a look at the 20 volt drill. A little bit louder. And a little bit more performance out of it. We'll take a look at these two impact drivers. Starting off with the 12 volt impact driver. This is DCF801. This is a 1/4 inch hex drive. You can just put the bits in. You don't have to pull the collar forward or anything. You just insert the bits. Both of these have that feature. On this one, it's got a little difference here. So you've got a high mode, which you can see right now. You've got a very extremely light mode, and then you have a low mode. So you got basically 3 modes of operation. But for the sake of the video, if we go to this automatic setting, we go from 0 to 950 RPMs. And this will insert a fastener up until the point where it needs to ratchet. It won't impact on that setting. If we go to low, let's see, let's push this button, let's go to low, we get up to 1950 RPMs, and then if we go to high, we get 2850 RPMs. We have 3600 impacts per minute. This puts out 1450 inch pounds of torque, and the length of this impact driver is 5.05 inches or 128.25 millimeters. The weight is 1.75 ounces or 0.79 kilograms. Again, that weight is without the battery. And we're dealing with a 24 watt hour, 2 amp hour, 12 volt battery. Now when we come to the 20 volt, we have DCF809. This is also a 1/4 inch chuck. It does not have a low, a high, or an automatic. So we have just one speed setting, and it goes from 0 to 2800 RPMs. So what that's telling us is this smaller one is 50 RPMs faster when you have it in high range. Now if we go to impacts per minute, we have 3,200 impacts per minute out of the atomic, but we get 3,600 in high range out of the extreme. So we have a difference of 400 impacts per minute more on the 12 volt tool. Torque is going to be a big difference though. Remember, we had 1,450. Over here we have 1,700 inch-pounds of torque. So we have a difference of 250 inch-pounds of more torque. The dimensions, the length, 5.1 inches or 130.5 millimeters. So this is exactly half of an inch longer. This one, the bigger one. The weight, we have 2.1 pounds or 0.95 kilograms, and that's without the batteries. So we are a little bit heavier, 0.35, so less than half of a pound heavier. And when it comes to the battery, we have 1.5 amp hour versus 2 amp hour, so we have half an amp hour less. And when you talk about watt hours, the 20 volt battery puts out 30 watt hours, so that's a difference of 6 watt hours. We get 6 more watt hours of performance out of the 20 volt impact. Now both of these impacts have a very nice effective tri-level lighting, and they both do a very good job putting the light where you need it on the work area. Now when you talk about price point of the 12 volt extreme kit versus the 20 volt atomic kit, I was able to pick up this 12 volt extreme kit for $129, and I was able to pick up the atomic kit for $149. So a difference of $20 more for the 20 volt tools. Okay, now we're gonna listen to the impact drivers just like we did with the drill. On the 12 volt extreme, I have it in high range. So let's listen to that motor. Sounds pretty good. Now let's take a look at the 20 volt atomic. Sounds pretty good as well. Okay, let's get to the fun part. We're gonna test these tools. We're gonna test these impact drivers first. We're gonna start with 3-inch screws. We're gonna go into this solid wood here. I've got matching bits, so I'm gonna start with the 12 volt tool. I'm just gonna insert this right into the chuck. As you can see, it goes in very easily. And when we take the 20 volt, it's the same thing. It's a very nice, easy insertion, and the bit is in place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drive these 3 screws in, and I'm gonna pull them out. So 3 screws are gonna go in, and then all 3 screws are gonna come out. And I'm gonna elapse the time in the video in video editing. So let's go ahead and start with the 12 volt tool. We are in high range, right here. Ready, set, go. Plenty of power. That impact did a fantastic job. Let's go ahead and move up to the 20 volt. Let's do the same exact thing. Ready, set, go. That one did a very good job too. I'm curious which one performed better as far as time is concerned. Okay, now we're going to repeat the same exact test and we're going to do it with the drills now, and both of these drills are going to be in high range. Let's go all the way up to drill mode. We're going to tighten this chuck down and then go back one click. That'll lock that in. Now let's get the 20 volts set up. Go all the way up to drill. Tighten that up. And now let's go ahead and repeat that same exact test. We're going to put 3 in and take them out. Starting with the 12 volt. Ready, set, go. Plenty of power out of that little 12 volt drill. I didn't have any problems getting those screws in or out. Let's go ahead and start the same thing with the 20 volt. Ready, set, go. That was definitely more powerful, but the 12 volt is definitely no slouch. So both of these drills did a fantastic job on that test. I like them both. Let's go ahead and take these bits out, and we are going to prepare for the next test, which is going to be 6-inch timber locks into these two 4x4s. Now, I'll be brutally honest with you, the test of the timber locks using a 12 volt tool is probably more than this tool should ever handle. So I'm really doing an overkill for this 12 volt tool in this test. So we are going to do the same type of test. I am in high range. We're going to put 3 6-inch by 1/4 inch timber locks in high range. Ready, set, go. Okay, that's as far as that one got. That's it for high range. Okay, so that's all we could do in high range. Okay, didn't pass the test in high range. It couldn't put them all the way in. So let's go ahead and start the same thing with the 20 volt. We are in high range. Get these other ones ready. Here we go. That one went all the way in. Stopped right there. All the way in. All the way out. So the middle one failed, but the rest of them passed. Look at that big crack in the wood there. That's crazy. So I'm going to have to do my testing on this section and this section, and I'm sure by the time this is all done, we're gonna probably not have much wood left. Let's go ahead and put this in low range. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Let's go ahead and get started. More than enough power. Go here. No problem in low range. That drill did a fantastic job. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with the 20 volt atomic. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 3 of them in and then take them back out. We're in low range here. So fantastic job on the 20 volt atomic. It did a good job. The 12 volt did a good job on that test too. And I'm curious to see the times. Let's get these impacts set up. And now the impacts are ready. We're going to leave the 12 volt impact in high range. And since I'm going to be impacting, I'm going to get the good old earmuffs out. Let's start with the 12 volt. We're going to do the same exact test. 3 in and 3 out. We're going to be in high range. Ready, set, go. Alright, so that one did pretty good. Let's go ahead and do the same thing with the atomic. And I don't know where I'm going to put these screws. Let's try some different spots so I have new meat here, right here. Ready, set, go. Wow, that was pretty cool. So both of these tools did a great job putting these 6-inch timber locks in. I will say that the ergonomics felt better on the 12 volt tool. Felt better. I'm going to take a look and see what kind of battery life do we have left. We're still on 3 bars. So these tools are performing very well. Timber locks are no joke in solid wood. But as you can see, the test is kind of getting difficult because this 4x4 splitting on us, so it's kind of messing up some of the tests. But as you can see, it still did a fine job. Okay, now we're going to test the drills with this 3-fluted speed bore. This is a 1-inch Irwin speed bore. We're going to test this on the drills. So we're going to start with the 12 volt drill, and we're going to just leave it in low range because I know it's not going to drive this in high range. We might try it here in a minute, but I'm going to drill right down here all the way through. Ready, set, go. No problem. Let's try it in high range just for fun. See if it'll do it in high range. I know it won't. Nope. So it failed in high range. Now let's do the same thing with the 20 volt atomic. We're in low range. Ready, set, go. Okay, let's shift up to high range. See if it'll do it in high range. Ready, set, go. Nope. 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 So both of these drills, as you can see, did very well running the speed bore. I think the 20 volt obviously had a little more power. Okay, let's take a closer look. We are using the 12 volt XTREME. Here we go. One more. Not too bad. How's that battery? Down to 1 bar now. We'll do the same thing in the atomic. Okay, here is the 20 volt atomic. Ready, set, go. Pretty impressive. Look at all them sawdust coming out from drilling them holes. So I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video, taking a look at the 12 volt XTREME and the 20 volt atomic. I'm honestly going to tell you, I like all of these tools. They all worked very well. I can't wait to see the difference in the impact drivers, because it seems like the 12 volt XTREME was a little bit quicker. I can't wait to see in video editing how much time that actually took. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video. If you like any of these tools, maybe you're trying to find one of these kits, I'll put a link in the description box down below of each kit so you can find them. But all these tools worked very well. I know as far as the 12 volt tools are concerned, I've kind of way overdid what they're actually designed to be doing. You know, like running the speed bore and stuff. That was probably way too much for that drill. But as you could see in the video, it clearly was up to the task. So I want to say thank you guys for joining me today. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.